I'm Pissed Saturday. Come on into the room. Come on into the room. We got a lot to talk about today. As every Saturday, this is a rainy day. Thank God. It didn't rain all of April. I'm literally saying that Florida was in a drought in April. Did it rain? It didn't. So it wasn't no April showers brings May flowers. It's transitioned to May showers bring June flowers here in the state of Florida. Let me know. Post your comments in the comment section. Let me know how everyone is doing on this Saturday. This is an I'm Pissed Saturday. But like I said, this is an I'm Pissed Saturday. I am in the gerrymandered state of Florida. Come on into the channel. Come on in. Let me know where you're from. Let me know what state you rep. Welcome in. Welcome in. Racism is a hell of a drug. It is a hell of a drug in our economy. It's a hell of a drug when it comes to policies that are implemented and put in place for the world, America, foreign policy. Racism is a hell of a drug. Let me know where you're coming from. Hey, I welcome all new viewers to listen, hear me out, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member. I did post a very important message and video for my channel members. So if you want to join the movement, because this is a movement, if you want to join the movement, I welcome you. Let's press on this Saturday. It is May the 2nd. May the 2nd. And of course, we've had the Supreme Court, the fascist Supreme Court, who just dismantled and gutted the Voting Rights Act. They have dismantled and gutted the Voting Rights Act, and I am pissed off this Saturday about it. When it comes to the freedoms in the United States, it is pretty much partisan. Well, it's very partisan when it comes to the Supreme Court justices and what they vote on in regards to women's rights, when they vote for the, equality for LGBTQIA community, when they vote for racist things to take place with the Latino community, Hispanic community, where, hey, it's not racially profiling if you are Hispanic and ICE is coming to try to snatch you up and send you to CCOT in El Salvador. We are in a time frame, okay? We are in a time frame where it's just exhausting to everyone in the United States to have to continue to keep dealing with the bullshit from this administration, the lies, and then also the Supreme Court, who is not, the Supreme Court is not respected. The Supreme Court, Americans in the United States do not approve. The people in the United States do not approve overwhelmingly now, because it's over 50% of the Supreme Court. They don't have trust in the Supreme Court, just like I don't. You have the far right justices who they have a 6-3 voting in regards to the Voting Rights Act. They have a 6-3 voting when it came to a right for the woman to choose. And basically, when it was sent to the states, you know what states said, oh yeah, we're going to do a complete abortion ban, or it's going to be we're going to only give the woman who may be pregnant with a child, we're going to cut that down in half, and we're going to make we're going to cut that down in half, instead of the woman who their doctor will give them the best medical advice. You have the woman who they're 8 weeks pregnant and can't get an abortion to abort a child that is not growing in their body. Victor, what's going on? Appreciate you coming in. Judge Thomas is an arrogant asshole. We can say a lot about Judge Clarence Thomas. We're going to talk about Clarence Thomas here in a moment. But when it comes to rights in America for all people of all shades of color, we know that the Supreme Court justices, Justice John Roberts, Samuel Alito, Neil Gorsuch, these individuals, peace be with you too, my friend, Amy Coney Barrett, these 6 Supreme Court justices, they are fucking racist. And let's throw in Clarence Thomas, the raccoon. I'm not even calling him Uncle Ruckus. I'm gonna call him Ruckus. The minstrel show, Clarence Thomas, is included in there. Clarence Thomas is a disgrace to the black community. Clarence Thomas is a disgrace to represent African Americans in the United States as a Supreme Court justice. He is far from Thurgood Marshall. He is far from Thurgood Marshall, who was highly respected and reviewed as a great justice in comparison to what we have now. Benzie, hey, how's it going? Michael Vanderpoort, hey, how's it going, my friend? Welcome to the channel, guys. Welcome to the channel. I'm pissed this Saturday. I'm pissed because you know what it is when it comes to racism is they want to I'm talking about the Supreme Court justices who are racist. They want to disenfranchise people of color, African Americans, for white supremacy. And that's what you see. That's what you see in the red states now that are doing redistricting. Henrim, what's up, my friend? Welcome, welcome. Benzie 1974, I appreciate you as well. That's what they want to do. Now, what do you have with a racist of a piece of shit, Jeff Landry in Louisiana? What did he do? Would you have military soldiers that are from Louisiana that has to vote, and they have to vote by, you know, they have to vote by mail. Jeff Landry wants to redistrict the state of Louisiana's redistrict the state of Louisiana in the middle of an election, calling it a state of an emergency. Now, if you don't know Jeff Landry, Skylar, I feel you on that, Skylar. If you don't know Jeff Landry out of Louisiana, let me just give you a little light on this individual. Jeffrey Landry, the fucking piece of shit asshole who want to have his hands into the Louisiana State University's football team and who they put in as the head coach. Jeffrey Landry, the piece of shit asshole, son of a bitch, Nepo baby, who wanted to have Charlie Kirk's statue erected on college campuses in the state of Louisiana. Jeffrey Landry, who wanted to erect a statue of a fucking racist in Charlie Kirk, wanted to erect a statue of Charlie Kirk on college campuses and trying to open up these Turning Point USA chapters in the state of Louisiana, thinking that he's some type of messiah. Charlie Kirk is no messiah whatsoever. Matter of fact, Charlie Kirk is a victim to his own words. A victim to his own words. The same with my fascist piece of shit. He's from Jacksonville. Ron Puddin' Pop, Rain Boots DeSantis, the piece of shit that is trying to do the redistricting here and don't take it to the people for the vote in regards to it. That's what you get when you have racist politicians that are controlling states and racist politicians that are trying to dictate and not take it to the American people, but take it to the rest of the racist people in Congress or in the Senate or the House of the state itself. That's what you get. It's not the people that are voting for this. It is the corrupt politicians that vote for these type of things to disenfranchise you, disenfranchise me, disenfranchise the LGBTQIA community, and disenfranchise black and brown people, and especially women. Now, women, listen, ladies, listen. They're doing this in the Handmaid's Tales books, okay? They're going after the minorities first. Women are next. Claire, hello. What did Charlie ever say that was racist? Claire, come on now. Claire, hey, listen, Claire, you need to go to some TikTok because that was, I'm not for sure where you're from, but there are many things that Charlie Kirk said being as a racist. So I don't know why you asked that question. Just go do the history yourself, especially the racism that Charlie Kirk said in regards to people that look like me, especially women, just like Donald Trump does. Just like Donald Trump does. Donald Trump wants to call black women who are in high class, low IQ. Kamala Harris, Jasmine Crockett, many other individuals, Ketanji Brown Jackson, black women to these politicians, these racist politicians are low IQ when they're more qualified, overly qualified in comparison to the person that's trying to run this country into the ground over and over again. Charlie Kirk never did say anything racist. Hey, Claire, listen, let me check this here. UK female, I don't do social media. It's full of indoctrination and agenda. I get you. I understand. I like listening to the BBC. You know, let me just tell you this. Charlie Kirk said that if he wouldn't get on an airplane if he saw that the pilots were black. Okay. He likens black individuals who get their aviation license, their certification, they graduate from aviator school. He likened them to not being qualified for the position. If I see a black pilot, that's what he likens it to. Is hey, they're not qualified. Give me 1 second. Listen, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. The wife was me. She forgot that I was going to be doing a live, but hey, when duty calls you have to reach out. You need to answer the phone call for your wife. Anyways, let's go like this. Racial. Let me read some comments here. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe. Hey, if you want to send a super chat, I'll read your super chat. If you want to, any super thanks, I definitely appreciate it. But listen here. Claire, yeah, I did answer the wife. Thank you. I did answer the wife. Angus. Okay, so I'm going to read some comments here, and then I'm going to talk about the Supreme Court justices. But also, what I want to do is I want to touch more on Ron DeSantis and what this fucking piece of shit trying to do here in the state of Florida. But yeah, let me read this. Yes, Charlie Kirk was explaining just that you don't know if the pilot or a mechanic lecturer qualified to do their job because of DI, not their meritocracy. Charlie Kirk is a racist. If anybody thinks that Charlie Kirk is not a racist, please just get off the channel, because you're not going to sell me on anything. You're not going to sell me in regards to Charlie Kirk not being racist. We're not gaslighting here. We're not doing that on this channel. So, you can GTFOH. If you want to come on my channel and try to make it seem like Charlie Kirk was some saint, holier than thou man who did not spew out racist things, as well as he had people that was employed by him who spewed out racist things as well. So yeah, hey, you're not selling me on that. Fuck you. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Quiet, piggy. Hey, guys, in the chats here, if you see anybody that says any kind of nonsense, misinformation, try to back up for racism, you say quiet, piggy. You say quiet, piggy. That's what you do. Just say, hey, quiet, piggy. This is a hate channel? Absolutely not. This is not a hate channel. This is a channel about democracy. So no, this is not a hate channel with all that weird stuff that you have. Let me read this comment really quick. My white friend had to wait 1 year because they accepted lesser qualified minorities. When he started, they had all dropped out. I mean, shit happens. Now, how do you know that they were lesser qualified? Your white friend told you this, right? Because if you didn't work in the same field, or you didn't work or tried to apply for the same position, how would you know that? You see, here's the thing that you're not going to get me by, guys. And this is something that you will understand on my channel here. I'm not easily swayed by this bullshit about, oh, my white friend did not qualify more to the job than the black friend did, or the black people did, but they hired them anyways because they were minorities. Black people have been underrepresented in the United States more than any race, no matter what the skill level is. Black people have had to work 2 and 3 times harder to get a position that a man of a different color, white man, a man of a different color who was well less qualified well less qualified in comparison to that black man, and that white man will get the job before them. I'm living proof. I am living proof of that. So don't come on here talking that bullshit about, oh, DEI. You know, you can take your DEI shit out of here, because guess what? That didn't earn it, that are in office right now, what has happened to the economy? Let's just say it like that. What has happened to the economy? Why is gas $4.39 here in the state of Florida when gas 2.5 months ago was $2.39? Gas has shot up $2 in a span of 2 months here in the state of Florida. Where I live at in Jacksonville, Florida, gas is $4.39, and 2 months ago it was $2.39 here in the state of Florida. Diesel is shot up. Diesel is almost $5.60 here in the state of Florida, and it's probably somewhere around here at $5.60. So miss me with that. Miss me with that. This is a hate channel. Of course, he's telling people to call others piggy and racist. Oh my goodness. Oh, let me read this, guys. Let me read this, because, you know, I got time for it today. That's why it's called On Pit Saturday. I got time for this. Threshold moment. Threshold moment. Milk toast boy. Milk toast girl. Whatever you are. I don't know what rate. I don't know what your gender is. Get off the channel, milk toast. Stop being a beta and crying about my channel. This is my channel. I dictate what I do on this channel. But like I said, our economy is suffering because of somebody's daddy, because he ain't my fucking daddy. He's nowhere near my king. Donald Trump has been a wrecking ball to the US economy. In the UK, an email got leaked from the fire service. Okay, in the UK, stating that no jobs to be given to white males or females. Isn't that not Anglophobic? Listen, I can't say what happened in the United Kingdom. I don't live there. I live in the United States. So if that happened in the United Kingdom, hey, whoever leaked that information, I can't check the resources on that. But if that happened, that shit happened. You know, maybe in the United Kingdom. Like I said, I can't dictate what happens in the United Kingdom. Only thing I know is the United Kingdom had to go into their strategic oil reserve, just like Australia and all the other EU countries, because of what Donald Trump has done in regards to attacking Iran, when Iran did not impose a threat to the United States or any other country, where the Strait of Hormuz is closed and gas prices have shot up $2 for unleaded gas in the past 2.5 months. So I can't dictate what you guys do in your country and what's happening in your country. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. I love diversity, equity, and inclusion. We are a blended world. There are people of all shades of color everywhere around the world. There shouldn't be a patriarchy or a meritocracy because of the skin color. When I was a manager and I did hiring, I did not just hire black people for the job. I did not hire just white people for the job. I hired anybody that was willing and capable of doing the job and being effective, showing up to work, getting the job done just like they're supposed to. Just like they're supposed to. And yes, I've had great black employees. I've had great Hispanic employees. I've had great African employees. I've had great white employees. But I've had some terrible ones too, in all shades of color. But me personally, in regards to obtaining a job, you see how the structure is when it comes to people in power and positions in power. I don't understand what meritocracy is. All right. Like I said, anybody talking bullshit on here, you just say to them, quiet, piggy, quiet. Now, let me go back on to the Supreme Court justices. Let me go back on to the Supreme Court justices in their 6-3 vote in regards to the Voting Rights Act of 1965. So we are no longer right now in the red states. The red states are having a heyday with this because they're trying to redraw lines and redraw districts to separate the black and brown vote, to separate the Latino vote, the Hispanic, the Hispanic and Latino vote, the black vote in demographic areas that are heavily populated with black and brown and Hispanic people. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to redistrict this shit to where the white power movement continues to have power and dictate what black and brown and Latino communities do in regards to how they operate. No taxation without representation. That's what I say. If you want to redistrict and you want to disenfranchise the Hispanic, the black and brown community, the minority communities, you want to disenfranchise them, then how about this? We don't have to pay taxes for that because we have a voice here as well. There's 33% of minorities, black and brown people in the state of Louisiana, 1/3. But you have a fucking Jeff Landry, piece of shit racist, come from a bloodline of racism in the South now, guys. From a bloodline of racism in the South that want to disenfranchise black and brown people because he's a fucking racist. A white man trying to disenfranchise people's voices that are black, people's voices that are Hispanic and Latino, people's voices that have a right to be able to use their speech, to be able to form a group and to be able to have representation. Same thing here in the state of Florida with my Hispanic community, with my black community, with my Hispanics down in Miami, the Cubans being snatched up, the Venezuelans being snatched up, the Puerto Ricans being subjugated to racism because of this fascist governor here in the state of Florida. It's the same thing. They want to disenfranchise a heavy minority populated community here in the state of Florida. A heavily populated. We speak 2 languages here. Matter of fact, 3 languages here, 4 languages, excuse me, in the state of Florida. You have a heavily populated community that speaks Spanish, Espanol. You have a heavily populated community that speaks Portuguese, Haitian and Creole, and English here. And what you have in our here in the state of Florida, which is unconstitutional by the Florida statute, is you have the racist ass Ron DeSantis who thinks that black people and Hispanic people don't have the right to dictate what Florida is. Florida can be great without Ron DeSantis here, the criminal. He's a corrupt individual. He's a corrupt politician. And me living here in the state of Florida, guess what? I'm not leaving. So any of y'all want to say, get out of Florida then? To hell with you. I control my own destiny. And me being here in the state of Florida is a voice for the state of Florida here. King Hazy, let me read King Hazy's comment here. He said, you can't run your mouth into liberation. It's going to take compromise and sacrifice on all sides. Me running my mouth, and I appreciate the comment. Thank you for the comment. Me running my mouth is, I cannot be quiet. I'm not going to be quiet. You see, I do have a younger generation of 18-year-olds, 19 and 20-year-olds that watch my channel, who subscribe to my channel. This is the education in regards to them being bright and young mind and bright and educated to know what is going on and what's taking place in our country. So me, I'm not going to be quiet. I'm going to use my platform for what it's made for. My platform is made for the young minds to understand that the reason why they cannot get ahead in our country is because of racism and because of the power structure when it comes to the rich in comparison to the middle class and the poor. Because the corrupt politicians want to continue to have more money here in our country. That's why they allow millionaires and billionaires to run a roughshod on destroying native land just to build up data centers and all that bullshit, taken away from our resources here. So the young minds, when they see me, they know, hey, man, I like this guy. He's spitting some knowledge, which I do. So subscribe to the channel if you want this knowledge. And if you don't want this knowledge, then you know it is what it is. Because I'm going to continue talking. I will not be silent. My ancestors fought and died for me not to be silent. And I'm going to be speaking on the issues that we have in our country. Just like any person in another country, like the United Kingdom, that speaks up on the issues that are taking place in the United Kingdom. Our generation, my 23-year-old son and my 9-year-old son, as young black men, are going to have it so much harder than me and my wife did. And my mother, who is 72, my 72-year-old mother, she had it hard, but during her time frame, she had people using their voices and platforms, using the microphone to speak up about the shit that is taking place and the shit that will continue to happen because of racism. Twizzles, you said more white people fought and died for my rights? Oh, you are so wrong. Matter of fact, quiet, piggy. Quiet, piggy. What the Supreme Court has done is the Supreme Court has, and Donald Trump loves this. You know why he loves this? Because the Republican Party is in the shitter. The Republican Party knows that they have to maintain power because of the shit that is going on in our economy. They have to maintain power, and they're doing it by force. That's what they're doing. And that's why the 6-3 voting in regards to the decision was nothing but Republicans. 6-3 voting were Republicans. There was not one Democrat. Not one Democrat elected or selected Supreme Court justice to jump in and say, you know what, I agree with fucking Clarence Thomas, who is a black man sitting there on the other side. He must have got some money from Harlan Crow, because we already know how Clarence Thomas is bought and paid for. I think it's, who else is it? Neil Gorsuch as well. Neil Gorsuch as well is bought and paid for by Harlan Crow, or is it Samuel Alito? I think it's Samuel Alito. Google it. Twizzles, quiet, piggy, quiet, piggy. So they went after the minorities. This does it sound familiar? They went after the women. They went after the poor. Then they went after you. Doesn't that sound familiar? Doesn't that sound familiar? Listen. Zesty vibes. Illuminators. Yeah, I got zesty vibes. All right. You failed to learn it from history. Go back and read a book none of you can ever read or write. Zesty vibes. I see what you're trying to do here. Goodbye. So let me read some more comments here. Then I'm gonna say quiet, piggy. Taco Velez. Hey, I'm gonna make you a moderator, Taco. Taco, are you cool to be a moderator? I appreciate you coming on. One of my ride or dies right there, Taco. Let me know if you want to be a moderator, and I'm gonna make you a moderator. You're gonna get some of these assholes out of here talking bullshit. All right, Taco, listen. This is one of my faithfuls, man. I'm making him a moderator. Taco. All right, Taco, you're a moderator. Rule of the game, 2 strikes. If you see some bullshit on here, get them out of here. I don't care. Get them out of here, because I don't have time for the bullshit. America's not doing great. Donald Trump is not the best president in the United States. He's actually the worst president for the United States. Republicans' hold power is great for the United States. It's great for America. Well, it don't seem like it's pretty great now. You know, they were afraid to go to town halls and give me, hey, give me some thumbs ups, give me some, subscribe to the channel. But the Republicans were afraid to go to town halls because they were being yelled at by their own constituents. So how can we say that the Republicans will hold power and they're doing great? Donald Trump was down here in the villages in Florida, right? And you had those old people out there with their signs. You didn't see one black person out there with their sign saying that Donald Trump must go. Those old white folks, grandmas and grandpas out there, they know we don't need kings in this country. They know that Donald Trump has not done anything for the United States besides rob the Treasury Bank. Rob the Treasury bank. I can't even say it now. White bricks, great for raising prices. That's right. Great for raising prices. Historical fact, President Lincoln didn't want black men in the army, but 220 came to join the army. What is going on now? So we can go back to that old history where I wasn't even a thought. My mother wasn't even a thought. Hell, my grandmother wasn't even a thought until the late 1800s, right? What is happening now? What is happening now to people's rights being taken away in regards to a 6-3 decision a lot by the Republican Party, who 3 of them were selected by Donald J. Trump? Women's rights are being stricken away. Women's rights to their access to their doctors and their access to health care, and for the doctors to choose what the woman should do with their bodies. Who struck that down? The Supreme Court. And then all the rest of the courts, all the rest of the states, especially red states, decided, hey, abortion ban. Abortion ban. We don't give a damn about the woman. Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas. So now the woman doesn't have the right to choose. It is Jim Crow 2.0 for sure. They're going to start trying to do poll taxes, just like they did for my ancestors. Literacy tests. And a lot of the individuals in the United States can't read past the 6th grade level. Yeah. Victor, Trump is definitely dividing us. Trump is not doing the same thing. Let me pause on my rant here. Trump is doing the same thing all politicians. He's just doing it open to show us what's happening. The hell does that mean? You know what Trump is doing? Trump is being a dictator. That's what Trump wanted to be when he had that sit down with Sean Hannity. Oh, are you going to be a dictator on day dictator? Yes. He said for one day. We're 400 plus days into Trump's term, and he's been nothing but a dictator, attacking American citizens, attacking innocent people, attacking children with him and his fascist, racist administration. The majority of teachers have been liberal. Let's not use abortion as birth control. Let me respond to this here. Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. The one mighty pen. That's because that's what a lot of the Republican states are trying to do that. And it's raining right now. Thank God we got some rain here. Can you guys hear me okay? But let's see here. Let's not use abortion as birth control. This is the red pill convict. I think a woman has a right to choose what they want to do with their body. I think that if the woman knows that bringing a child into the world is going to be a financial strain on herself, mentally and physically, and that is the person that she's with is not a good person, and it's a mistake. Because, you know, if you send this child to adoption, what's going to take place with those people that are adopting the child? They might abuse the children. What happened in Virginia? Was it West Virginia, where the white couple adopted 3 black kids, and they were in a fucking hut in the back, treated like slaves in the poorest conditions? So if the woman wants to, you know, whatever the woman wants to choose, I'm not gonna control that. See, men want to control women's bodies. That's the thing that we have with a lot of these red pill pieces of shit, is they want to control women's bodies. Just like the fucking piece of shit Nick Fuentes said, your body, my choice. The Groyper asshole. The Groyper piece of shit who doesn't even have any kind of experience with having a relationship with a woman. Red pill, if all life has value, then why is it that kids are getting mowed down in their classrooms? Because there's not safe, strict gun laws and restrictions. You see, here's the problem that I have with a lot of these pro-lifers who say, oh, well, we need to protect the children. Y'all don't, they don't care about the children, because if they did, they would allow all these schools to feed the children that help our farmers in regards to it. They will allow all these schools to be able to feed the children for free. But they don't want that. Red pill, you don't want that. You don't want the poor kid to be fed in school so they can learn and be able to concentrate in learning. So red pill, nice try, buddy. Nice try. I am Hoopty West. You are the same as Nick Fuentes, just reverse. How can you not see that? No, Nick Fuentes is a fucking racist. Nick Fuentes wanted Donald Trump to do mass deportations and to do it to 10 hardcore. He wanted every black and brown person, every Hispanic person, whether they're here legally or not, out of the country. Women, children, grandparents. So fuck you. Hoopty West. Taco, kick Hoopty West out of here. Beta piece of shit. You see, I don't have the time for the bullshit chatting and stuff on here. I don't have the time for it because the country is not doing good for anybody unless you're a rich person here in the United States. They used a little kid in Minnesota to try to get the parents to deport them illegally. We don't see massive deportations of white Canadians. We don't see, and I love my Canadians, we don't see that. Donald Trump said, let them eat cake. Anybody else talking shit, say quiet piggy. Give me some thumbs up if you like quiet piggy. Any MAGA person that comes on or any person that's saying, oh, the woman doesn't have a right to choose. We want every child to be born and all that kind of shit, but they don't want to feed the children in school. They don't want to make sure that parents can feed their children at home with the social programs that we should have in place. You say quiet piggy to them. Exactly. White South Africaners can come into the United States on behalf of Donald Trump and Elon Musk. Donald Trump and Elon Musk said, no, we don't want anybody coming from these shithole countries like Haiti. We don't want anybody coming from these shithole countries like Nigeria, Yemen. We don't want anyone coming in from any of these shithole countries and naming black and brown countries where their color of their skin looks like mine. The color of their hair looks like mine. That's what Elon Musk and Donald Trump wanted. And a lot of those South Africaners that came here during Trump's first term, in 2025, a lot of them fuckers are like, you know what, we are not safe here in the United States. I want to go back to South Africa where Elon Musk and Donald Trump and dumbass Nicki Minaj, all of them were saying that they are being persecuted because of their religious beliefs as Christians. Elon Musk is mom's the word now. Elon Musk didn't say anything about, oh, well, you know what? We're not taking care of them here in the United States because, and that was off of our dime. That was off the American citizens' dime for the white South Africaners that come here to the United States to be put in a home somewhere. And they're saying, you know what? We want to get out of here. We want to get out of here because America is not safe under Donald J. Trump. Jesse Miller, calm down, young lady. You don't need to yell. What are you talking about, Jesse Miller? Jesse Miller, calm down. Who are you yelling? Who? Somebody yelling over here? Somebody put something in all caps. Let's see. Let me read this comment here, guys. And like I said, hey, become a channel member. There's an important message that I put on my for my members. Subscribe to the channel. Hey, anything to support, I definitely appreciate it. I definitely appreciate you guys that do care about humanity here in our country and around the world. If you care, I want you here with me because we need to build in regards to getting out the fascist people. You see this shirt here? This says Black Lives Matter. And then it says end racism. Vote out racism. That's what we need to do. We have to vote out racism. We have to go to the polls in massive numbers to get out these racist, handmaid's tale controlling pieces of shit out of our country. We need to make sure that they take a back seat and that good people dictate what takes place in our country. Jesse Miller said, stop giving me a reason to be racist. Why don't you stop being racist and we'll give you a reason not to? Because we don't give you a reason to be racist. You're just a piece of shit, Jesse. You are one of those keyboard warriors. You know, you're probably part of the Unite the Right or whatever that bullshit is, Patriot Front, and we need to probably check your computer because a lot of y'all are PDFers. Jesse Miller is a piece of shit. You got one more time, Jesse. You are crazy if you think you can vote legislation away. Jamal, if people went to the polls and voted for Kamala Harris like they should have, we wouldn't be in this shit that we're in now. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Hey, Taco, get rid of Jesse before he gets... Jesse is the type of keyboard warrior get his ass kicked. He went around black people talking shit. He's like that one dude that was at Minnesota who had to run because black people, you know, he was getting surrounded by black people and everything. The dude that got in trouble with sending messages to a 15-year-old and was saying, oh, somebody hacked my phone. What's his name? Cuddy B.O. What shit are we in? Quiet, Piggy. That's a dumb question. Dumb question. Watching Maddie. Kamala Harris was the best candidate. If you don't think she was the best candidate, then why are you still here? Why are you still here? I'll tell you what, release the Epstein files. How many more times you guys allow Donald Trump to lie to you and thinking that, oh, he had nothing to do with the Epstein? Huh? Let me know this. Post in the comment section. Whose name is in the Epstein files the most? Post in the comment section. Rip the mask off. What's going on, my friend? Rip the mask off. Victor, Hakeem Jeffries, and Gavin Newsom. I'm not a fan of Gavin Newsom like that. Hakeem Jeffries, if he can do away with AIPAC money and start standing on business about Israel and Bibi Netanyahu, then maybe I'll give him some respect. But I can't give him any respect either. Hakeem Jeffries, I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't do it. Who Hakeem is okay. Hakeem is okay, but I want somebody that is going to be like, fuck the Republican Party. They are hyper partisan. They don't give a damn about you. I want somebody to be just very quick-witted when it comes to what's going on. Chuck Schumer is by far one of the weakest. I can't stand Chuck Schumer. Kamala Harris wrote legislation against black people. That's a lie. Matter of fact, in Kamala Harris, she had black people specifically in San Francisco. She had them as far as their term sentences, whatever, commuted. So don't post that. Don't put that lie and bullshit in here. But anyways, I wanted to continue pressing on here because yes, Kamala Harris was the best candidate. If she wasn't the best candidate, and Donald Trump decided, you know, everybody decided, the people, the idiots that decided to vote for Donald Trump. Why is it that people's health care is being stripped away? Why is it that the Republican Party continued to lie to the American people saying that tariffs was a tax on the other countries, and then now they're afraid to go to their town halls? Why is it that Democrats are winning massively across the board in every single state that was ruby red, where they're gaining grounds? If Kamala Harris wasn't the best candidate, then why are we in the position that we're in now, where our allies said, fuck you, America? Canada, shout out to the elbows up in Canada. Jack Daniels, the Kentucky bourbon that the Canadians usually would get, they're shutting it down. They're like, we're not doing any business with the United States, especially us liking to drink here in Canada. Fuck them. Now you have you know, these distilleries closing down because Donald Trump, JD Vance, the Republican Party. Mark Carney is doing big things in Canada. We're not respected here in the United States. Trump didn't close the border. Criminal behavior. Nice try. White brick. Fuck R. Kelly. Piece of shit. Cuddy Bo, whatever your name is, Cuddy Bo. Look at Canada, man. Look at Canada. Canada's doing big things. So to hell with you. Shout out to Canada. Shout out to Mexico. Shout out to Germany. Shout out to Italy. Shout out to shout out to France. Shout out to all these countries that said, no, we will not help you, Donald Trump. We will not help you in regards to trying to attack Iran because of your dumbass move with Keg's breath, the alcoholic. I got some information for you. Listen to this. Let's see how great we were. If Kamala Harris was president, guess what? We probably could have had. I did this here. Can you read that? I'm going to read it off to you here. This is what Donald Trump promised. This is what Donald Trump campaigned on, right? And a lot of you idiots fell for it. Can you see that? Kamala Harris, listen, look, this is what Donald Trump campaigned on. This is from the Midas Touch right here. This information came from the Midas Touch in regards to what Donald Trump said in 2024 during his campaign. This is what he said. And I want to know, how is it that we're doing now? How is it that we're doing now? You see, criminal behavior TV. Oh yeah, you sound like a criminal. Criminal behavior TV. What's up? Now let me read it to you. This is what Donald Trump campaigned on. Donald Trump said that gas will be under $2. That's number one. Donald Trump campaigned on lower gas prices. Go look at the campaign rallies when he's like, oh, the Democrats are terrible and Joe Biden got you high gas prices. I'm going to get them under $2. I'm going to lower your grocery prices. This is what he said during the campaign, that in 2025, he was going to lower. This is what he promised. He said, number 3, a 50% decrease in car insurance. My car insurance is still the same for my vehicles. Matter of fact, my car insurance went up a little bit. That's what Donald Trump campaigned on, is a 50% decrease. You can go and follow. You can go and find this stuff. Landlords will reduce rent. Oh, he had all the renters excited about this. Donald Trump had all the dumbass voters that voted for him excited about landlords reducing their rent. Did that happen? Anybody that rents, let me know if your monthly rent payment has been reduced. Honestly, give me your honest answer, please. Post in the comment section. Has your monthly rent, whenever you renew your contract within it, whatever you're staying at, has it reduced? Are you paying less? And be honest. Claire, Canada is doing real big things. Canada's doing big things. Hey, white brick, trickle down ain't never worked. I'm going to tell you about that too here in a minute. But yeah, look, Donald Trump said in 2024 during the campaign with all the racist MAGA out there thinking that, oh yes, he's going to do this, even though he lied 30,000 plus times in his first term. Home prices will go down. We're going to get you lower. We're going to get you lower home prices. And he do that gay ass jerk. Lower home prices. Now Donald Trump said that, oh, we need to start throwing in, instead of a 30-year mortgage, a 50-year mortgage. Do you know that the average age of home buyers now went up since Donald Trump got into office? It used to be 35. It used to be 35 or whatever is what the average was in regards to owning a home and being a homeowner. Yeah. He's making America great again, right? Sub 3% interest rates. Oh man, I know interest keeps shooting up here. No tax on Social Security. A lot of people can't even get their Social Security now because the Treasury IRS is so fucked up because of what Donald Trump and that fascist piece of shit vampire of an asshole Elon Musk did with Doge. He said no tax on tips. And a lot of those individuals that work and they basically get their money off of tips, they are fucking mad. Donald Trump lied to me. No tax on overtime. Look, Donald Trump campaigned on this, and there's a lot of people that their companies cut out overtime. There's a lot of people that did not get the overtime promise that Donald Trump said. Red-pilled convict. Complaints without solutions. What's your plan? Listen, go to the polls and vote. You vote out every single person. We want to make sure that the Democratic elect, because it's going to be a Democrat, says that they're going to weaponize the government to go after all these criminals. Not only that, they're going to focus on getting money out of Israel. That's going to be a solution there. Also, the Build Back Better, like Joe Biden tried to do when the Republicans shot it down, we need to start working on infrastructure here. That's why I use my platform. That's why I use my platform. What is your solution? What is your solution? Foreigners aren't MAGA, silly? What? I guess. Hey, listen, if you see too many foreigners, if you see somebody, listen, guys, all my soldiers here with me that agree with me in regards to the country going to shit. If you see somebody posting some nonsense, say Quiet Piggy, and then Taco Velez, you get rid of them. If you think that somebody keeps posting some bullshit stuff, some lies, get rid of them. Get rid of them. We need big money taken out of politics. And how can we get big money taken out of politics? We go to the voting polls and we make sure that we do our vetting to make sure that we put the right candidate in office that's going to get big money out of politics. Elon was my boy. I never really cared for Elon Musk. He was not my boy. He's probably your boy. Oh, here's a good one here. Here's a good one. Donald Trump said in his campaign when he was talking to all the idiots out there, the poorly educated, he said that he was going to end the war in Ukraine day one. Day one. You remember him talking to Sean Hannity about that too? He was talking to Sean Hannity saying that he's going to end it within 24 hours. Is the war in Ukraine still going on? And is Ukraine, shout out to Volodymyr Zelensky. Shout out to Vladimir. Hey, Ukraine is still whipping that ass of Russia. Russia said that this was going to be a short campaign. That's what Vladimir Putin said, that it was going to be a short campaign to try to gain Ukraine's land. And Ukraine said, fuck you. We're not going down without a fight. And they're still fighting till this day because Donald Trump is a liar in chief. That is my First Amendment right, because I know some of y'all MAGAs want to cancel people for speaking the truth. Some of y'all MAGA people want to cancel people for being honest and transparent and speaking the truth about y'all daddy. Donald Trump was supposed to end the conflict in Israel, but my Palestinian brothers and sisters are still being attacked. Now it's went on to Lebanon because of Bibi Netanyahu got Trump by the balls. He's pulling Trump's chain and saying, I got this. You just listen to me. Thank you, MAGA voters. Thank you for those voters that voted for the economy. This is what we get. Here's a good one here. Here's a nugget. Here's a golden nugget. Golden nugget like golden air. Lower taxes for families making under 200,000. I fit in that bracket. My family and I, my wife and I fit in that bracket of making 200,000. Under 200,000, excuse me. We're classified as the lower middle class now. Why is it that I had to pay, and millions of Americans who are under 200,000 had to pay back to the federal government? Why is that? We aren't the ones that constantly lie and bully people. That's the left. I don't argue with stupid. I sit back and watch you melt down. Quiet Piggy. Oh my goodness. The dictator in chief just went on and started attacking your girl off a CNN interview. And then Donald Trump said that we the hottest country in the world. Yeah, okay. Quiet Piggy. Everybody. Seven Iki and Tamitha Rogers. Go ahead and give them a quiet piggy. Just go ahead and say at them and quiet piggy. Quiet piggy. That's why Donald Trump attacks free speech. That's why Donald Trump has attacked Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel, the worst ratings ever. The worst ratings ever. Oh, Jimmy Kimmel, who is not popular anymore. His ratings are in the shitter. Needs to be canceled. Needs to be fired from ABC because he made a joke. And then it wasn't even an attack. He made a joke about Melania Trump. Y'all are such hypocrites. You MAGA people, you people from other countries that get paid by Peter Thiel and Elon Musk and probably somebody else like Jeff Bezos, maybe. Y'all pieces of shit. Y'all clutch y'all pearls. Your panties get all balled up in a bunch whenever somebody makes a joke or somebody says something honest about Donald Trump. Y'all get shitty. But see, here's the thing. God bless Texas. Don't mess with Texas. Greg Abbott, Governor Hot Wheels. James Tallarico. Hey, I'm not happy about the Jasmine Crockett and James Tallarico situation, but I would never, if I lived in Texas, I wouldn't vote for no fucking Ken Paxton or John Corner whatsoever. But yeah, I got some information here that I want to read off because somebody had posted about when does trickle down never work. Trickle down has never worked. Well, I have to tell you this. Tax the hell out of billionaires and corporations to basically tax the hell out of billionaires and corporations and raise the minimum wage for American citizens here everywhere. Everywhere. The billionaire class, listen up. I want you to hear me out on this. The billionaire class has had a strain and a stronghold on the American working class to the point to where they can do whatever the fuck they want to employees and use them as a number instead of paying them their fair share of money for them to have health care, for them to be able to sustain a living. Because the inflation that continues to go up under Trump, because this went up under Trump. He said there's zero inflation. And then Pete Buttigieg was on like the Fox Financial or whatever. And Pete Buttigieg was like, it went up. It went up. Under Donald Trump, the inflation went up under Donald Trump. So I want to let you know this here. This is from, according to CNBC, this was posted yesterday, guys. Wages for American people here, according to the CNBC, the majority, 65% of consumers in the U.S. say the prices increase are outpacing their income, according to the February survey from J.D. Power. This is February survey. Inflation rose from an annual rate of 2.4% in February to 3.3% in March of 2026. Inflation went up. I thought there was zero inflation, MAGA. Can you guys explain this? How is it that Trump says we have zero inflation? Joe Biden had 99% inflation and we have zero now. We're the hottest country. We're so hot. So, according to the release from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, and prices have cumulatively increased by about 16% over the past 4 years, though. Listen, that's over the past 4 years. But, you know, hey, when the pandemic happened, prices went up. But now it is going up now, according to this. Listen to this part here. In the U.S., according to Oxfam, CEO pay increased about 20 times faster than workers' wages in the past year. 22 increased about 20 times faster in the past year. CEOs' pay, employees' pay have went stagnant. Hey, I want a Democrat that say, just like Kamala said, we're going to look at these corporations raising prices up. These big bucks that's trying to buy up everything. You know, when you buy up everything, you have control over the pricing. Like Amazon is doing. Amazon is the biggest competitor to Walmart. Now Amazon is like, listen, we can price fix now. I have my product for $19.99. You have the same product for $16.99. You need to raise your price up to $19.99 if you want to compete with me. Price fixing. Kamala Harris was going to go after that. Donald Trump gutted the IRS to even investigate and look at this shit. During the pandemic, if you don't remember, during the pandemic, there was a hot mic. I think it was on the Walmart CEO talking about keeping the prices where they are, even when people started going back to work. They said that. They said that the consumer, hey, we're not going to lower the prices. We're going to keep them where they are. We're going to keep the prices where they are. And guess what? They're raising the prices. Beef, everything from beef to even spices have shot up in regards to Donald Trump and his fucking tariffs. And now they've shot up because of Donald Trump and the war with Iran that he called was just an excursion. What do they think this is? Call of Duty? This isn't fucking Halo. These are people's lives that Donald Trump and his administration is dealing with. I can tell you this, Kamala Harris wouldn't have double tapped people, Venezuelans in a fisherman boat. I can tell you that. I can tell you this also. Kamala wouldn't have double tapped a school of 160 young girls in Iran or continue to do the missile and drone strikes. Kamala Harris was the better candidate. Oh, some of you racist assholes say, oh, we needed this war with Iran because they said death to America. Fucking so what? They don't have nukes. Kim Jong-un has nukes, and Kim Jong-un was like another terrible dictator. America first. She would have laid down and take it. Quiet, piggy. Everybody send a message to America first saying, release the Epstein files. Because your daddy's in it, who lied, who continues to lie. Donald Trump is guilty. In my opinion, he is guilty. Because whenever somebody talks about anything dealing with the Epstein files, it always relates to him. And he always has to say he's been exonerated. Todd Blanche is not going to go after any of these people who victimize women. Let me add on here. Let me continue on. Okay. So let me give you where this analysis came from in regards to in the U.S., according to Oxfam, CEO pay increased about 20 times faster than workers' wages in the past year, based on an analysis of data from the S&P Capital IQ. A lot of y'all don't have that database. The Federal Reserve and Bureau of Statistics, labor statistics, excuse me. So are we doing great here, America? Seven Iki. Good thing my opinion is invalid. Kamala Harris was the better candidate. Yes, the black woman was the better candidate. She had the shortest time frame in regards to her candidacy, in regards to, being on the campaign trail. And the Republican Party were so freaking scared. They were so freaking scared because she was gaining headway. Red-pilled convict. You see, you can tell when a person's dishonest when they say, why didn't Biden and Harris release the files? It was still under investigation. When something is in an investigation still because of Ghislaine Maxwell was still being investigated in regards to everything that took place, you cannot unseal it. So guess what? Donald Trump lied to you guys, just like he does all the time. Donald Trump lied to the red pill piece of shit and said, oh, we're going to release the files, just like the JFK files, just like the MLK files. And then went back and said, oh, well, that one, I don't want to hurt very many people. But now that Thomas Massie and Ro Khanna, got Congress to vote on it and all the shit started coming out, he tried to have Pam Bondi cover that shit up. Now it's like Todd Blanche is the person next in line to cover the shit up too. Release the Epstein files. Release the Epstein files. Y'all not gonna sell me on it. Why didn't Biden do it? Why didn't? It's always whataboutism with MAGA. You guys ever notice that? It's always whataboutism. What about Charlie Kirk? Charlie Kirk lost his life because of the liberals. They started when Tyler Robinson deleted Charlie Kirk. All these right-wing nuts went after liberals and the Democrats like they set it up. You know, that's the funniest shit I've ever heard. They went straight to liberals. And then when they found out that Tyler Robinson's family supported Trump, was MAGA, they started to go to their next narrative. Oh, Tyler Robinson had a trans girlfriend, and the trans girlfriend convinced Tyler Robinson to do this shit. No, the fuck not. Then it was, oh, well, Tyler Robinson was part of the Groypers, and Nick Fuentes had to come out and say, we do not condone violence. We, you know, this thing that happened with Charlie Kirk is terrible. And it was like, and then Bibi Netanyahu came out. It was like, what the hell is going on? Cash Patel, we'll see you in Valhalla, brother. And then they tried to, it is so fucking crazy that y'all have an FBI director who has not gotten us a conclusion in regards to the Charlie Kirk situation. MAGA. Terrence, $5 a gallon of gas. It's getting higher, guys. Kamala Harris would have been better. We wouldn't be in war. That he said that he was going to be the no new wars president. Donald Trump said he was going to be the no new wars president. And where the fuck are we at now? My Muslim community, my Palestinians in Michigan who've been attacked because of Donald Trump and his rhetoric. What's going on, Dearborn? Donald Trump is in the water with everybody, and now MAGA is continuing. The ones, you got that 25, 30% of fascists, 25 to 30% of fascists that probably have a few teeth in their mouth, they are probably one of the ones that are illiterate in this country, who don't give a fuck about politics, even though it hurts their pockets. You got those individuals who they would do anything for Donald Trump. Anything. And they're the ones that are destroying our country. Our country, along with Donald Trump, is going down the shitter lightning fast because of racism and because of the idiocracy of MAGA. When you see a person with a MAGA hat, and I said this on my last live before, when you see a person in a MAGA hat, make sure you keep your kids away from them because they don't mind a pedophile in office. They'll continue to move the goalposts and make excuses. Look, everyone, a professional victim. You know what? I love it when these pieces of shits come on here. Just say quiet piggy to them, guys. So stick it where sun don't shine. Say quiet piggy. Quiet piggy. Underboss, yeah. MAGA, listen. You had one person who was a MAGA. The Good Liars were interviewing them, and they asked them, can they define woke? And the person couldn't even answer what the definition of woke is. Quiet piggy. Just tell them, quiet piggy. Shut the fuck up. STFU. Either put in STFU or quiet piggy when you get a dumbass person that probably don't live in this country, guys, honestly. You got a lot of people that probably get paid $8 in Manila, Philippines. You might get somebody that's from India that has a account that looks very suspicious. That go ahead and they get paid to do these right-wing talking points. America's not doing good. Southside Johnny. Let's talk about the black on white violence, which is not anything really. What is it? Give me some numbers. Give me a website. Give me a website. Everybody. That's the Charlie Kirk move right there. The black on white violence. What about the white on black violence? What about these mass shooters out here? You know, you might have a black person that does a mass shooting every now and again, but it's a lot of people that don't look like me that are continuing to do mass shootings. What about PDFers? What about child have all kind of stuff on child porn, you know, child porn on their computers and getting caught doing that? I got a story. There is a football coach. I think it's in I think it's Virginia. This high school football coach had an undefeated season for Union High School. Look it up. It was like this crazy story. Great. He was a Christian guy, white coach, you know, had his team praying and everything. They went undefeated, and I believe they won the championship, went undefeated. This coach went missing. And this was like last year. This coach is still missing. And this coach went missing after, hey, before an investigation take place. He is wanted for child porn on his computer. Child porn. The white head coach, the man is a so-called claimed Christian who had a great football season, an undefeated football season, is missing. We don't know where he's at. He's nowhere to be found. He is MIA. But what they found in the investigation is that he has videos or whatever in child porn in his possession, and he's missing. PDFers, all these guys that are MAGA supporters, y'all are PDF supporters. Y'all Republican supporters and the Republican governors who did not break from Donald Trump and try to help their states are PDF protectors. And that's why you have the Supreme Court of the United States 6-3 vote. Those 6 justices that continue to hurt American citizens with their decisions, they are as well PDF protectors. PDF protectors. Like I said, guys, quiet piggy to anybody in the channel that talks some nonsense. Gotta love Trump. That person, David Thompson's a PDF lover. Everybody, just type in the comment section to anybody that thinks that this channel is a support to Donald Trump, because it's definitely not. Tell them 2 things. Quiet piggy, stop supporting a PDFer. You wanted the files released. Now you change your mind. It says the trans and abortion supporter. 7 Iki. If a person wants to be who they want to be, whether it's part of the trans community, I have no problem with them as long as they're good people. If a woman feels that, hey, the doctor says this baby is not growing in your body, we have to do an abortion, by all means. I don't control them. I don't have any control with that. As between the woman and the doctor. But quiet piggy, 7 Iki. Quiet piggy. I'm pissed off this Saturday, guys. And I appreciate everybody who subscribed to the channel. I appreciate everyone who's giving me thumbs up. Give me some thumbs up. If you know the direction of our country is going down, if you live in the United States, if you live in America and you see and you know that things are not getting better for you, give me some thumbs up. Post in the comment section what state you live in. Donald Trump, if Donald Trump was so much of a man, he said that there's zero crime, right? How come there in 2026 have been over 100 mass shootings in 2026? And this ain't happening from just black people. There have been in 2026, and we're only in the month of May, guys. We're in the month of May, and there have been 155 mass shootings in the United States. Oh, yeah, there's zero crime. There's zero crime, Donald Trump. That's what Donald Trump said. Looking at paper with notes? Yeah, absolutely. Smart people like to take notes. You know what I'm saying? I can go off the top of the dome, too. But yeah, that's called research. You got to figure out research and development, right? Trump is the GOAT. Everybody, any of the MAGA people that say some bullshit, because Trump is a GOAT. That's what he is. He looks like a GOAT. Say quiet piggy. Quiet piggy. Trump is Donald Trump is a piece of shit. Give me some thumbs up if you, no matter what country you're from, give me some thumbs up if you think that Donald Trump and his entire administration are pieces of shit. Subscribe to the channel. It's the gun's fault. It's the gun's fault. Oh no, the white man had a mental health crisis. The black man, he's just a violent individual. Is that how? Is that's the mentality of people? That's the mentality of racist ass people that make excuses for white crime in comparison to black crime, when they don't look at the bigger picture when it comes to, no, we need to get guns out of the streets. We need to be able to, if there is a broken down area, if there's a broken down neighborhood, we need to try to help them with getting infrastructure built. We need to help them with access to resources, to be able to educate them, to be able to help them out of poverty. Poverty can link to crime. Poverty can link to higher birth rates. Poverty can link to, the lack of resources they don't have, the issues that they have with the infrastructure. I posted a video recently. It's a short. It showed the gas prices, and it showed a apartment complex that's supposed to be built. This apartment complex don't have any workers there because of Donald Trump's draconian thumb forehead Stephen Miller, Tom Homan, used to be Kristi Noem, their fascist tactics in regards to deporting innocent individuals that's coming to the United States to make the United States built better. Good job, MAGA. Good job, MAGA. Good job for the construction owner who voted for Trump, thinking that, oh, he's just going at the illegals. But then next, the construction owner has ICE pulling up to their construction site, grabbing their workers who are working on building homes in America and putting them in the back of a ICE van and shipping them off. And now they don't have any workers. And guess what? I'm not working construction. Where are the applications of all the people that cried and bellyache? Where are the applications for all the people that cried and bellyache in regards to the Hispanic community coming and taking our jobs? The illegals are taking our jobs. Where the fuck are they at now when these companies are losing their business or having to wait months to get a project done in regards to construction that was only supposed to take 3 months to get done? Where are the applications at? Huh? Can anybody tell me? Where are the workers? I guess they're not wanting to work. The farmers, how come those people like Nick Fuentes' ass isn't out there working the farms? Where are they at? Our farmers are reaching skyrocket bankruptcies. And you got JD Vance and them buying up those farms. You got them buying up those farms, making AI farms instead of having cows and goats and sheep out there grazing the farms for us to be able to get our farmers, soy, everything. Why the fuck are y'all not out there working? Y'all are not working. The country, the states that live off of government assistance more are red states like Florida, Arkansas. Why the fuck are they not out there working these farms to make money? Yeah, Taco. That's what so Howard Lutnick said it perfectly. He want you guys to work the tiny little pieces for $7.25 an hour, while inflation continues to go up and prices, inflation goes up, but our pay hasn't gone up. And guess what? Elon Musk got those H-1B visas, baby. Elon Musk has employees coming from India. Shout out to my Indian people. I don't have any animosity towards you guys. Corporate greed is what's destroying our country. And some of y'all don't even live here in this country anyway. So you can't fucking talk about the issues that are taking place in this country. For my Hispanic communities, the issues taking place with black and brown people being the highest level of unemployment percentage. Black men, black women are 2 times higher unemployed. Good job, foundational black Americans, for sitting the couch. Where are those reparations at? Oh, wait a minute. It should be for merit, not color. What? When you have a president that loots the treasury, who is trying to sue their own government for billions of dollars, illegally attacking Venezuela and then taking the oil and sending it offshore, but then you can't get your healthcare insurance because your premium shot up and your subsidy went away. Subsidy went away. Donald Trump is so bad in the water, he has the worst approval rating out of any president, worse than he had his first term. And he had a great economy under Obama. The black man gave him a great economy, and he could not stand. Donald Trump could not stand to be behind a black man's success. And so what he do? He ripped the Iranian nuclear deal. A deal that economists, a deal that foreign powers resolutions, foreign policy reviewers said that it was a really good deal. And he ripped it despite Obama, the black man who actually got people health insurance, saying that we need people insured and our government should be able to help assist with that with the American tax dollars. Now we have that there are going to be millions of people kicked off of healthcare insurance thanks to the Republican Party and Donald Trump. Now we have people in red states, Jethro in Louisiana, or Allie Mae over in Tennessee, that lost their SNAP assistance because they make minimum wage and they can't afford to get a second job because they take care of their sick grandmother or their sick mother, excuse me. And so they have to be a dependent in the household to where they need government assistance and they can't get it because Donald Trump. Good job, MAGA. Good job, those that are independent that voted for Donald Trump in the economy. Good job to the 18 to 21-year-olds that said, oh, Donald Trump went on the Joe Rogan show and he's cool. I like that. I'm going to vote for him. And now they're sitting there thinking like, what the fuck? I can't even afford to rent my own home. Good job, MAGA. Good job. Good job to all the individuals that decided to sit the couch. Let me read some of you guys' chats here. Let me read some of you guys' chats. Let me just check on the ones that aren't from this, they don't live in this country. But let me know, hey guys, let me know. Subscribe to the channel, like I said. Become a channel member. Hey, we're continuing to press on. We're continuing to be vigilant in regards to this corrupt administration who continues to send millions of money. They continue to send millions and millions of dollars to It's Not Real. And the American people here can't even get groceries. They have to decipher on if they can get gas or groceries and how much that they can pay in regards to it since everything has gone up. Quiet, piggy. Big Flex. Everybody, send Big Flex a quiet piggy. Smart people don't like Donald Trump. And guess what, Big Flex? I'm a smart person, so I'm pretty sure I don't like you either. Hey, everybody, say quiet piggy to Big Flex. Any person that come on here talking bullshit, say quiet piggy. But also rep your city. Where are you from? Let me know where you're from, guys. Let me know where you're from. Let's see here. Hold on. President Trump recognized the 20th anniversary of Trafficking Victims Protection Act and signed an executive order on combating human trafficking, online child exploitation in the United States. Oh, really? Well, good for him. How come he's not going after the individuals that were in the Epstein files? Oh, also, why is it that there are continuation of PDFers that he pardoned who did the January 6th insurrection in 2021? So where is this at? Hey, listen, if he did that, then how come is it that his Justice Department isn't going after all the individuals from the Epstein files? Maybe because he's in there. Maybe because he's complicit. Maybe because he's complicit. Yeah, that I don't believe that part. Nice try, Mark Block. FBI Director Kash Patel, along with Attorney General Pam Bondi, announced the arrest of 205 alleged child predators in the nationwide Operation Restore Justice last year. How come it wasn't on the news? How come it wasn't on the news and like CNN and MSNBC? Because I saw that clip and I'm like, what can you believe from this administration? What can you believe from a Pam Bondi and a Kash Patel, where Pam Bondi said that the Epstein files are on her desk and she's going to be releasing them soon in 2 weeks, just like they love to say in 2 weeks? Why is it that Marjorie Taylor Greene stepped down? There's no transparency because the Epstein Transparency Act that was passed last year. How come there's no transparency? How come the women haven't been able to go into Congress and let people know how they've been victims, how they've been victimized? Quiet piggy. We have a problem here in America. We have the massive cult. We have the massive cult in the United States who they just are so far up Trump's ass. They're so far up Trump's ass that they don't care that we are not the envy of the world anymore. That's why the Strait of Hormuz is closed for America, basically, while other countries are able to get their oil. Donald Trump said it was terminated the other day. Donald Trump said, oh, the Iran is terminated. We're going to, the fuck? We had soldiers lose their lives because of Donald Trump. We had soldiers lose their lives. Somebody's child lost their life because of Donald Trump, and it's a legal war. And Pete Kegsbreath and Todd Blanche, Kash Patel, Mark Wayne, Mullen, all these people that continue to glaze Donald Trump's ass, there's a reckoning that's going to come when there's a Democrat in office. And like I said, I want that Democrat to say, yeah, we're going to weaponize the government just like Donald Trump did. Because the Supreme Court gave the president blanket immunity to do whatever he wants as president. So the next Democrat president, that's why we got to go and vote. The next Democrat president that gets into office, you got blanket immunity, baby. Go ahead and weaponize the government like you're doing, like they're doing now. Weaponize it. MAGA was so apoplectic when Joe Biden just said, you know what, we're going to do this by the book. Donald Trump had top secret classified documents that we tried to get from over and over again. We're going to investigate that. Oh, MAGA was fucking pissed. MAGA was angry at that. Oh, when there was racism, anti-Semitic shit to take place with individuals saying some vile and heinous things, and they lost their job because of that shit. Oh, MAGA was pissed off about that. But now that Donald Trump is in office, oh, went after Stephen Colbert. I think even Jimmy Fallon. They went after Don Lemon. And MAGA celebrated that. And it's like, you fucking hypocrites. Y'all are the biggest hypocrites known to man. Known to man. Wow. You sit in your house tapping the keyboard with your soggy sock, looking at a Donald Trump fight picture. Fight, fight, fight. And that ear is healed. Donald Trump's ear is completely healed. Maybe he's not human. Maybe Donald Trump is not human. They would. Hey, John, yes. I mean, Laura Loomer, I think they would blow. Yeah, they would blow Trump. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If Donald Trump told any of the MAGA supporters, men too, listen, they would get on their knees. All those times that Trump said that this big firefighter came over to me and he had tears in his eyes and said, "Thank you, Mr. President. You're restoring America." That was a lie. But MAGA sold that. They sold that. They sold that. Who just lost the midterms? Let me see. Holly Hamilton, SPLC, Southern Poverty Law. I, as far as I know, with the Southern Poverty Law, donating money to the KKK, I don't know much about that, so I'm not going to talk about it. We'll see what takes place with the Southern Poverty Law, because the Trump administration is throwing everything at the wall, saying squirrel here, squirrel there, squirrel over there, squirrel over there, because they want everybody to stop talking about the Epstein files. They want everybody to stop talking about the Epstein files. So yeah, we'll see what kind of arrests take place, because you know, with James Comey, they're at it again with James Comey. They're at it again because they want to say squirrel. They want to say squirrel. Look over there. That's what they want to do. All right, you got to go. Like I said, you know, I'm going to continue talking about it, because women, your rights are next. Black people's rights have been taken away. LGBTQIA community's rights have been taken away from Donald Trump and the Republican Party and the fascist Supreme Court. They've been taken away. Now it's going to be women. White women need to be paying attention to this. You know, I stand up for my black women specifically, but I stand up for all women. But my black women, I'm definitely standing 10 toes down for them, because my black women, the smartest women, are black women above man. The smartest women are black women above any race in the United States. I stand up for my women particularly, because there's too many things and too many times that my women have been victimized. My black women have been underrepresented from their doctors, because doctors think that black women have a pain tolerance in comparison to a white woman. Fuck that. No, my sisters, I have your back. If you're a black and you didn't. Can you guys hear me? My microphone went out. Can you hear me? Say yes if you can hear me. Okay. Yeah, my bad. My microphone went out. But anyways, like I'm saying, we women, white women, we know that the white man, some of the white men out here that are conservative, they don't know what conservative is. They are freaking lost. They are lost and gone. But the white women, I'm gonna let you know this, women, ladies, if you're white and you're on this channel and your husband does not, your husband thinks that everything is okay with what's going on with Donald Trump and this administration and what they're doing to women, what they're doing to people, if they're fine with that, be careful. I'm just gonna keep it real with you. Be careful. Because the Handmaid's Tale, with you trying to have any type of position of power, the white man is not going to allow that to happen. Just like in the Handmaid's Tale. Why do you think that they did this abortion ban, knowing that white women will be affected as well if they get pregnant? Why do you think that? Because they want women in general to not have any control. That's why you see that there were white women that lost their job under the affirmative action that Donald Trump had signed an executive order rooting out. They're coming after white women next. They're coming after women in general, but white women, they want to take it back to that old school wife beater days. I wonder where the name wife beater came from anyways. I wonder where. Because honestly, what the Supreme Court did is they opened the floodgates for all the far right states to gerrymander, to get away from the black vote, and then next thing you know, it's going to be the women's vote as well. You know what? All spouses will not have the right to vote. It's going to be a one vote household, and it's going to be dictated by the man. And that takes away the woman's vote. You know, my wife and I were talking the other day. We got 2 boys. And I was like, you know, sweetheart, with the way things are going, I said, aren't you glad we have boys? And she's like, I am so happy we have boys. Any mother that has a daughter right now, your daughter has lesser rights than you did growing up. Worse than that. I'm telling you, worse than that now. My wife and I are equal. I don't control her. Yes, I may be the head of house. We work together. I do not control my wife. We have that respect amongst each other to communicate together. When you're in a relationship with somebody, it's a dual thing. You have to communicate. You have to trust each other. And I'll tell you this, when we get ready to plan a vacation trip, because when we plan a vacation trip, I let her do the vacation thing because she's very particular. I had reserved a hotel. It was like a 4-star hotel. And she started looking at the pictures. He's like, no. Look at that. There's a spot on the carpet. I said, baby, that's a spot. That's just a little spot. No. I said, okay, all right, you do it then. You go ahead and reserve. And she was like, yep. Because that's what she does. She, I'll take care of the yard. I'll take care of the trash. Hell, I'll even take care of the dishes. She'll cook. That's teamwork. That's team effort. But nowhere do I have to say, hey, sweetheart, why is that skirt so short? Go change and put something else on. Even though she don't wear short skirts. That's control. That's what the Republican Party does, is they are a controlling, possessive branch of politics. They want to have the control. They don't want it to be where we decide as the American citizens. Have you ever noticed that? Have you noticed that when there's something that takes place, there's a specific party that rushes and pushes the vote where it could have been taken to the people, and then there's another specific part of the party that actually takes it to the people to vote? You ever noticed? A massive victory in Virginia was taken to the people. But you have Tennessee, you have Texas that don't take it to the people, but they take it to their far right Republican seats in the House and the Senate of the state. The far right Republican House of the Senate in the state, they don't take it to the people. They take it to those fascist fucking pieces of shit, just like Jeffrey Landry did and Ron DeSantis did. And then your girl from Tennessee, what's her name? And then your old ass dumbass woman Kate Ivey in Alabama. They are trying to redistrict too to get more Republican seats. In Alabama, these are states that they rely on government assistance more than any of the blue states. Real MTB addict. Dems are slave owners. Quiet piggy. Everybody say quiet piggy. Renee Stauffer. Quiet piggy. Man is crying over things. Hold on, let me read this. The Chad USA. Now, when somebody says the Chad USA, oh, you know that they are a Trump supporter. So the Chad USA said, man is crying over things that aren't true because of the media told him. Let me just say this, guys, really quick, and then I'm going to press on. The media said that gas is at $4.39. That's what the media said. The media said that the gas has shot up in the past 2 months, $2 and $2+ in other cities. That's what they told me. The media said that Donald Trump was going to send Jared Kushner, the person that got $2 billion from the Saudis in his when Trump was president the first time, to go and try to come up to an agreement with dumbass eyeliner JD Vance in India with the Iranians. Now, why the hell does Jared Kushner need to go there? Guess what? Donald Trump, this is something that the media said too, that is real. Donald Trump has made hundreds of millions of dollars in 2025 in his presidency. Hundreds of millions of dollars. That is true too. So, like I said, the Chad USA, everybody say quiet piggy to the Chad the USA. Quiet piggy. I was watching, and here we go, guys. Mr. Global, you got to check him out. Mr. Global said, come July, gas may be $6 a gallon, unleaded. Gas could possibly be $6 per gallon, unleaded. Let me go back to Chad, the USA guy, piece of shit. Chad USA. In 2025, there have been the highest bankruptcies of farmers, Chapter 12 bankruptcies of farmers of any other time. Billy Blogs. I love when idiots come on here and they don't listen. They just say, what is this shit? You know what this shit is? This is democracy talking here. This is me advocating for my people here. That's what it is. So I welcome you to stick tight, hang tight, or go on Twitter and post under Laura Loomer or Candace Owens debate saying that Laura Loomer destroyed Candace Owens. Ryan, yep. Trump is giving the American taxpayers money away. And then he's offshoring it too. Okay, your people. Right. Let me read some of these comments here. Justin, do you think Dems aren't crooked? Pelosi, Biden, Clinton, all were career politicians who made fortunes in public office. There's the whataboutism. Somebody say to Dastin, quiet piggy. There's the whataboutism again. You know how much crime is taking place that the Trump name itself, Eric Trump, Don Trump Jr. are getting agreements in making money off of the American taxpayers because they have an investment in that company that is getting a contract from Donald Trump. Now tell me if that's not crooked. Quiet pigging. This is the Trump crime family. Melania Trump had a freaking NFT that millions of people bought and made money off of the Trump name. Just this, like what, 2024? Matter of fact, let's do this one even better. You guys know Moist Critical? He's like got the pink, he's a really big, huge YouTuber. And I think he's a Twitch streamer. You guys know Moist Critical? Post in the comment section if you guys know Moist Critical, or give me some thumbs up. Give me some thumbs up, or post in the comment section if you know who Moist Critical is. All right, so this guy, he's very well known in the YouTube sphere. I think he's in the Twitter sphere as well, or Twitch sphere. Moist Critical made a purchase for the Trump phone, right? He made a purchase for the Trump phone just to see, you know, hey, is this another grift? He made this last year, and I've been watching his videos. Moist Critical has been keeping up with this Trump phone. He has not received. He hasn't received it. He called, like he said, in February, and he's like, you know, waiting for this fucking, you know, this Trump phone T9000, supposed to be the best phone American made, but it's made in China. He called like in March of last year, because that's, you know, it was like March or May of last year, and he's been calling, and he's been getting a customer service representative saying, oh, well, we had to wait because of the government shutdown to send something. What? What does the government shutdown have to do with a phone being shipped that he purchased? And then it was something about, oh, they had to make an upgrade to the phone. So Moist Critical has been calling about the Trump phone that he's already paid $100 or however much money down on it, and has yet to receive it in 2026, because Donald Trump is a crook. He is grifting off of the American dumbasses, the American nuts, the American coat. Donald Trump is grifting and taking millions and millions and millions of dollars off of the idiots. The idiots in America are continuing to give this man money while they can't afford to pay for their electric bill like those in West Virginia. Because West Virginia is getting wrecked. And that's what we call FAFO, West Virginia, for voting for Donald Trump because of racism. We're going to just call it like it is. Racism. We don't want another black person in office to run the country. Barack Obama was the most divisive president of all time. Yet that person got health care because they had pre-existing conditions under Obama. Oh, Barack Obama was the worst when Barack Obama was the one that took out Osama bin Laden, who had actually, it seemed like they had connections with Osama bin Laden. You ever watch Fahrenheit 9/11? Fahrenheit 9/11 said that there was a connection about oil between the Bushes and Osama bin Laden. Donald Trump didn't take out Osama bin Laden, but he tried to take credit for it. Donald Trump tried to take credit for anything good that's taking place and dismantle things that the black man put in place to help the American people get health insurance, to help the American people get out of a wrecked economy that the Bush put us in. And I'm going to say the Bush. That's what Donald Trump did. Seriously, what are you talking about? You are racist, sad to see. Billy Blogs, fuck you. I got a lot of white friends. Listen, you want to know who's racist? Is the white person that says, oh yeah, my best friend is black. And then you're like, where's your black best friend at? And they can't name them. I love people. I don't have any animosity towards any color of person. My doctor is from Pakistan. My primary physician is from Pakistan. So how the fuck can I be racist? I love my doctor too. We sit and chop it up. We have great conversations. I know about his family. I know what college he graduated from. So I'm not racist. That's the whole gaslighting thing. When black people talk about black struggles and white racism, y'all want to call us racist. Fuck you and get off my page. Get off my channel. Because I'm not going to have that. Black people are not racist. What is racist is the white people that are destroying our country like they've always done. My ancestors were illegally taken. They were stolen from land by the colonizers. And what do we say? What I can tell you is the white man knows how to kill, steal, and destroy. That's what I know. And if you don't like what I said, why are you here? Why are you here? Black people are not the ones that are racist here. What is racist is the Confederate flag that is still flying over here in Jacksonville, Florida, right on 295. So get the hell off my channel if you want to think that I'm racist. Like I said, I live in a mixed neighborhood with white people. So I'm not racist, and I don't need to defend that because I know who I am. But I know there's a lot of white racist people out here. Boom. Case in point. Thank you. Let's see here. Let me read this. Oh, yes. Thank you, Marlo, the OG. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, listen, guys. Like I said, I'm going to tell you this. Super thanks. I appreciate it, guys. Show me some love, man, on this channel. Show me some love. I definitely appreciate it. I'm very humble. But you will get a side of me that I'm not going to tolerate. If you want to talk about black people being racist and you're not black, fuck you and get off my channel. If you want to say that black people are racist in this racist country who are still trying to hang my brothers and sisters up in fucking trees and disrespect us and think that we are the violent ones, get off my channel. I'm going to stand up for my black people. I'm going to stand up for my Hispanic people. I'm going to stand up for my people of color here. And if you don't like that, don't get on my fucking channel talking that shit. Don't come on here saying how Trump is great when there are American citizens that have lost their lives under Trump's ICE Gestapo, gunned down. Renee Good and Alex Preddy, Keith Porter, the countless of Hispanic people that are missing or have lost their lives because they couldn't get their medication in concentration camps here in the United States. Now, I'm starting to get mad. So I'm going to calm down. But if you think that my ass is racist here, you got another thing coming because the friends I can call up right now and I can let you know who they are and if they're white or black or Hispanic. Because I got a list of people that I can connect with and go out to eat with and they know that I am not racist because I ain't. Black people are not racist. Black people, yes, of course, there may be some, but the majority of racists in this country here in America are white people. That's why they didn't vote for the black woman. I voted for the black woman. The previous person I voted for was a white man. So how can I be racist? I am not, but I'm going to keep pressing on here. Let me read this really quick and then I'm gonna kick this asshole off. The Hispanic people don't want to be lumped in with you. They are hardworking. All right. Black people are hardworking. Black people are well qualified to do any position that they've worked hard for. Just like Hispanic people, just like Asian people, just like Indian people and white people in America. People that we are not a monolith here. My wife is a registered nurse who spent years studying. When I was sleeping in bed, our oldest son at the time sleep in his room, she stayed up all night studying to be a nurse, to take care of racist ass people like that person that posted that I kicked off. I got a college degree. I worked hard for my college degree. I passed and got a degree in college. I've been in the workforce for 25 plus years as a black man. I've been reliable and promoted into positions quicker than other people that have been with companies longer. Black people are hard workers as well. Individuals that say that black people don't work hard are the same individuals that wish they were black because they like our culture. The black culture is everywhere. That's why they watch the NFL. That's why they watch the NBA. They're watching the NBA playoffs right now, right? They're watching MLB baseball. A lot of those brothers out there that play MLB baseball are Latino, Afro-Latino from the Dominican Republic. Oh yeah, y'all motherfuckers, y'all need to, if y'all want to talk about black people not working hard, then don't watch NFL. Don't watch hockey. Watch hockey. African Americans, watch hockey. Watch the sport that you like. Don't listen to Kendrick Lamar. Don't listen to The Weeknd. Don't listen to Drake. Why I have this? You know why I get angry? And I'm gonna tell you guys, listen, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member. This is why I get angry. People do not listen to black people in 2024 when Project 2025 was talked about. People in their correct minds that knew what Donald Trump and his administration was all about didn't listen. And they sat the couch, or they voted for Jill Stein. Where is she? Where is Jill Stein? Or they voted for Donald Trump. And Cornel West. Some people siphoned off to Cornel West as well. Now, we are in a country of racist individuals. That pisses me off. That black people are being... black individuals have lost their jobs quicker than any other race since Donald Trump got into office. Black individuals, men and women, are hitting the unemployment lines twice as faster than any other race. Black individuals, I'm going to continue to advocate and stand up for, as well as everybody else that is on the correct side of history. And it pisses me off, and it hurts my heart that individuals are okay with children and women and men who are trying to come and better the United States. People that are okay with them being snatched up because they have to get their documentation renewed in courthouses. ICE is terrorizing people in courthouses, going to fucking daycares. Now, I'm gonna tell you this. If that was in a white neighborhood and some shit like that happened, it'd be all over the news, and people would be clutching their pearls and pissed off and calling their congressman and woman saying that this cannot stand. And I am pissed off because we have racist individuals like some of you people that post on here, which you're probably not here in this country, like I said, who said, oh, we need to go further. If they can exterminate black and brown people, and I mean the racist white people, and some of y'all Hispanics, I don't know why y'all are racist too. I don't know why some of the Latino community think that they're closer to whiteness than they are to their own people of color. If they could exterminate us, they would. And then guess what? This whole country would go down in flames. Because this country here, America, was built off the backs of the black slave. The black slave and my Indian ancestors started building this. And they built the coalition to make it better for other people to come from other countries to help continue to build this country. And that's my Hispanic, Latino, Haitian, Eastern Pacific people of color that come here to the United States to try to get a better living for themselves. Black people built this country. And the immigrants that are here now that are being illegally deported continue to help with building this country. That's what I have an issue with. But like I said, racism is a hell of a drug. And that's why the economy's inflation ticked up to 3.3% in 1 month. That's why there's a projection from people who study in their field saying that inflation is going to get so bad that people are going to start there. I mean, there might be a revolt to take place. There could be a revolt. There could be a revolt in this country because of how the billionaires continue to get rich and the poor continue to become poorer and poorer. And I have a problem with that. With the racist individuals that bitch and complain still now. They bitch and complain. And they don't want to blame Donald Trump. I'm a passionate person that cares about humanity here. And I know that individuals that don't care about that don't give a fuck because they may be paid by somebody from the right wing to continue to push out lies. I'm gonna keep it real and tell you the truth. America's not doing good. We are not doing good in this country. And people that think that we are doing good are lying to you. Let me see. White brick. Black. And listen. Like me, I'm sitting back. I'm the ball is in the individual's courts. Like some of the racist liberals, because you have liberals, you have white folks who vote Democrat that are just, they're bad too now. They're bad too. I'm sitting here and I'm letting them, they can go out in the streets and protest. They can go out there in the streets and protest because I'm not fucking protesting. My protest is right here on the screen here. You see this? Right here is my protest. And if you let me know in the comment section if you protest. Marlo the OG. Have anybody been to a No Kings protest? I've watched it. I love seeing the people out there in the No Kings protest. But I can't, I'm not going out there. I did my part. I sounded the alarm on Project 2025. My wife sounded the alarm on Project 2025. And the Project 2025 is going strong. It's going strong because of white supremacy. This is what the oligarchs, the millionaires and billionaires wanted. That's why AI is taking over. That's why jobs are continuing to be outsourced. Do you know that there are over 100,000 manufacturing jobs outsourced in Trump's first term? Huh? Majority of MAGA are poor or middle class idiots. Kevin Cavs, yeah. Well, a lot of the red states. Let me just say this. I was looking at the infant mortality rate, and my sisters, we are, my black women are treated so terribly here in the richest country in the world. The infant mortality rate for black women, because they don't have the best doctors, because the doctors don't give a fuck about them, is 2 times higher than any other race in comparison to white women. And in the red states, it is ridiculous. Infant mortality rate here in Florida for black women is like 12% in comparison to a white woman that's like 4.1%. Why is that? Because we live in a racist, Florida's a racist state. And it can change. It can definitely change because the young minds are coming around and they're starting to realize that they cannot be like their parents who may be racist, or they refuse to be like their parents who are racist, and they separate from their parents. The infant mortality rate in Louisiana is like 10.3% for black women in Louisiana, or 11%, and then in comparison to Asian and white women, it's under 5%. It is under 5%. Goodbye, Billy boy. Gotta love all the people coming here just to sling shit because they've got nothing better to do with their lives. Master of knowledge. Yeah. I tell you, those people that, let me just say this, guys, and give me a thumbs up if you agree with me. When you're speaking honest in regards to what's going on, you got those people that want to come on and mess up the algorithm. Or you have those individuals that want to come on and spew lies to, you know, piss everybody off. Isn't that what that is? You know, my guy Jesse Dallimore, Kyle Kalinske, the real Tabitha Speaks Politics. They get these people that come in on here, and I'm gonna start doing the same thing. I'm gonna start blocking these motherfuckers. I'm gonna start blocking when I get nonsense. Instead of me sitting there trying to argue with MAGA, or some outsourced chatter, because they're outsourced too, I'm gonna start blocking them. I had a dude that sent a comment in my comment section. I was going back and forth. with him. I'm like, why the hell am I sitting here arguing with this person? Why the hell am I sitting here wasting my time going back and forth with this idiot? And I blocked the motherfucker. Red Pill's about to get it here pretty soon too. Taco Velez, put Red Pill in timeout for me, please. If you're still here with me, please put Red Pill in timeout. Now, yeah. So, Marlo the OG, yeah, I did do that, but I want people to subscribe honestly. So if somebody comes in the chat and they're talking shit and stuff, I don't want them to subscribe to my channel, talk their shit, and then unsubscribe when they're done. So I keep it, you know, it's gonna keep flooding in here until, you know, I really start to grow better. But when you do that, you are having people to subscribe to your channel just to talk their shit, and then when you're done doing your live, they'll unsubscribe. So I want to keep the people that are actually, that care about democracy. I want those that care about democracy to subscribe to my channel because they like to hear what I have to say, instead of them subscribing to talk their shit because they're a MAGA dumbass and then unsubscribe whenever they're done talking their shit. Because some of these people get paid to go on to progressive and liberal channels, talk shit, spread misinformation, and if we put a subscription there for them to do it, they're going to do the same thing. They're going to subscribe, say all kind of bullshit and lies, talk about how great Trump is, and then they're going to unsubscribe. The people that come on my channel are pure, and I want them to be, you know, good-hearted people. And if they feel what I'm saying and agree with what I'm saying, then they're going to subscribe to me. So with that being said, anybody that come here talking shit, just flood them with quiet piggies. Anytime they say some bullshit, say quiet piggy. Then you say whatever information they put out there, you can just send them a message saying fake news, fake news. Donald Trump said that many scholars and presidents told him that what he did in Iran was a great thing, but didn't name any president. Donald Trump said that, oh, many scholars said that the tariffs were going to be great for America and that we're going to be raking in so much money for America, but didn't, you know, he didn't give any names. You ever notice that whenever Trump says that many economists, many scholars say that what he is doing is great and that they wish they had the courage to do it when they were president, he never gives you a fucking name of who it was. You know, and then it was basically like he sat there and lied to the camera and lied to the reporter. And then whenever they reached out to these other presidents, they're like, hell no. Bush, no, I didn't fucking say anything to Donald Trump. Obama, hell no, I don't say anything to that asshole. Clinton, I didn't say anything to him, even though he and I was in the Epstein, you know, Epstein files. That's what they do. Hey, White Brick, where's Jill Stein? I mean, Jill Stein was going hard for the Palestine, you know, for the Muslim community in Dearborn. She was going hard, and the Muslim community in Dearborn said, "Fuck Kamala Harris, we're going with Jill Stein," even though she pops up every 4 years of a presidency. Where is she at? There's no fucking Green Party. There are two parties. We're in a two-party system right now. You got the racist Republican Party, which is the known KKK with KKK Caroline Leavitt. And now you got the Democrat Party, who people say, well, what do they do for us? Guess what? The economy was better under Biden, and he was a Democrat. The economy, black unemployment was at its lowest under Biden. Biden had the lowest black unemployment. Now the black unemployment has skyrocketed under Donald Trump. When Donald Trump came into office his first term, the unemployment wasn't because of him. The unemployment was because of Obama. Barack Obama had the unemployment low for black people in the United States after the recession, and Donald Trump just maintained that. However, black unemployment skyrocketed by Trump's botched pandemic, where he told people to drink bleach and spray Lysol up their ass and shoot a laser beam up their ass, and that, oh, the COVID-19 is going to go away come spring or come summertime, and we had 1 million deaths. We had 1 million plus deaths in the United States. Donald Trump is not good for the black community. There are black businesses that are having to file for bankruptcy because of Donald Trump's policies. Where's Tim Scott at? Where's Byron Donalds? That piece of shit here said that he gave Donald Trump an A rating. Byron Donalds gave Donald Trump an A rating in regards to our economy. Who the fuck is believing that? Who the hell believes that Donald Trump has an A rating besides a racist? Besides a geriatric old person that's already retired, that knows how to play the stock market, that already has investments, that has, maybe 2 homes? Who the fuck believes that Donald Trump deserves an A right now? So I am definitely pissed on this Saturday because more and more people are losing their jobs. Black people, white people, Hispanic, Latino people that are losing their jobs, losing their health care, losing their lives. We have people dying because they can't afford their medication. But Donald Trump said that there's a 1,500% the insurance companies are covering 1,500% of the medications. That's what Donald Trump said. Donald Trump said that. Donald Trump lies about everything. Donald Trump is weakening the American dollar, and we have racist people that say we're doing okay. Donald Trump is allowing the BRICS nation to gain and become stronger to where China is going to become the superpower that the United States once was. And if you don't believe me, just go check out my boy Garrison Hayes. Go check out Coach D Speaks. Go check out Why I Hate Politics. Go check out the amazing Lucas, who, we have content creators that look like me that's speaking about this shit and what's going on. Did not see you bitching when Biden. Hold on, wait a minute. Pablo Martinez, what's up, my friend? Did not see you bitching and moaning when Biden was in office. Hold on. Let me go back to that real quick. Where'd it go? Oh yeah. Thank you, Taco. I appreciate that. I was gonna say that. Oh, Pablo. Let me just say something about Pablo Martinez. Pablo Martinez is probably, if he's really Pablo Martinez sounds like he may be from, Cuba, Venezuela, somewhere around there. He's not. Pablo Martinez don't have a problem with what's going on with his, his people, like the Cubans or Venezuelans. Pablo Martinez don't have a problem with that. That goes to show you about the Hispanic and their racism. If Pablo Martinez can overlook the things and the pains that are going on with his people and then say, oh, well, you weren't bitching and complaining about when Biden was in office. When Biden was in office, I did bitch and complain. I did bitch and complain about, how high inflation was at the time. But also Biden was working on the Inflation Reduction Act that the Republican Party did not want to sign on and vote in regards to the Inflation Reduction Act, to where they had to pass it with some carved out requests. Let me ask a MAGA person, what policy has Donald Trump and the Republican Party put in place? What policy to help the American people? Ask them that, because I can name off 3 or 4 different policies that the Biden administration put in place to help the American people. Just ask any MAGA person, even on here. After you tell them quiet piggy, say, what policies have the Republican Party put in place to help the American people, and tell them, I don't want to hear about the big beautiful bill, because the big beautiful bill that's already taking place has already kicked off like 4 or 5 million people off healthcare insurance. It's going to be 18 plus million people off of Medicaid come 2028. And then they did that on purpose. The Republican Party did it on purpose too. But yeah. The Keystone Pipeline, answer me this. How many pipelines, how many coal mining jobs have been shut down because they're trying to get the uranium from Iran to build up these AI farms? Let's talk about how many farmers have had to file for foreclosures. Bankruptcies under Donald Trump. Tell me why farmers are pissed off right now because Donald Trump cut the aid that Joe Biden had provided when Donald Trump was in term the first time, and farmers were struggling with the first tariffs, and Biden had gave them like 90 to 100 billion dollars of American money to help the farmers out here, and the Trump administration cut that, withheld the funds that was implemented by Biden. See, there's a policy right there. Number one, the Build Back Better. The Build Back Better was to help farmers that were affected by Donald Trump's first tariffs against China, and the farmers were struggling and suffering to where we had to give them a bailout. That was the better BBB, right? What about the Inflation Reduction Act? The Chips and Science Act, where we actually got more jobs created in the United States for semiconductors that we had sent over to South Korea. Where are the policies at? Where is it besides the Congress taking another vacation? They're not going to be back until like May 11th. This Congress has taken more vacations than any other Congress under any other president. This has been the biggest do-nothing Congress of any time. Look into history. Eggs are $3.99 for an 18 count today. How much is gas? Eggs gone up. Everything has gone up. Eggs went up like I think it went up like 0.7%. Eggs have gone up 0.7%. Nothing was built, nothing got better. Record inflation and gas prices, and you call that something positive? Hey, listen. Those that are saying everything is good and we're better off now than we were under Biden, they're lying. Just tell them quiet, piggy. I'm being indoctrinated by the leftist communism? No, I am woke. I live in reality. I know that people have lost their jobs. Hell, there are truckers here. Like, I got a guy I like to, enemy of the state. My guy, white dude, white trucker, enemy of the state. He's a trucker. He tells me what's going on in the trucking industry. I have people that drive trucks that have lost their job under Donald Trump. So red pill. Go. You're going to be in timeout here pretty soon because you're talking nonsense. Let me go back to what you said again, too. Oh, yeah. Now, we're going to say something about radical here because what is definitely indoctrinate is what they're trying to do to children in schools. We're trying to put the 10 Commandments in schools, trying to indoctrinate children in regards to Christianity. How about this? How about we talk about the indoctrination of parents taking their kids to MAGA rallies for them to become racist just like their parents are? Indoctrination. How about we talk about the whataboutism that these individuals talk about with their children about, well, we had it bad under Biden, but they see that the gas prices, they see that people lost their jobs, they see that people are foreclosing on homes under a Trump administration. Indoctrination is not a thing. Teachers are not indoctrinating kids to be gay. The left, the progressives, are not indoctrinating people to hate Trump. We just hate him because he's a terrible individual. Plain and simple. Donald Trump and the Republican Party, just like Joni Ernst said, we're all going to die. To her constituents. That is not indoctrination. You know what's indoctrination is? Go look at Chaya Raichik's or Libs of TikTok. They push this lies and misinformation about the Trump administration doing good and everything else. That is indoctrinating the MAGA nuts to continue to be racist and stupid. Two things that MAGA can be. Racist and stupid. That's MAGA. Racist and stupid. Idiocracy is making Denmark say fuck America, making Denmark say we're not gonna, to hell with you. Racist and stupid is making the United Kingdom say, you know what, we're gonna sidetrack. We're gonna start doing business with South Korea and Japan saying fuck Trump. Fuck Donald Trump is fucking up everything for everybody. Australia saying to hell with Americans and their MAGA hats because a MAGA's stupid. A MAGA are idiots. The MAGA that continue to tote cow for Donald Trump now are PDF filers. They're PDF protectors. Canada. Elbows up, Canada. If I have any Canadians on here, if I have any Australians, if I have any people from United Kingdom, wherever you from, let me know where you're from. And let me know what does, the people that live in your country think about Donald Trump and the Trump administration, J.D. Vance, Kash Patel, Todd Blanche, Tom Homan, Mark Wayne Mullen, Mike Johnson. Let me know what they believe and what they feel about America. Because I can tell you this, Germany, Angela Merkel, Donald Trump is a bitch. Donald Trump does not like criticism. And if he gets criticism, he's going to be like a big ass baby that some of y'all MAGA people love, a big crying ass baby because y'all do the same thing. Angela Merkel said something about Trump, and now Trump is trying to take 5,000 troops out of Germany. And Vladimir Putin is like, oh, yes, the idiot does it again. That's what Vladimir Putin does. He's like, yes, let America burn. Xi Jinping is like, America, y'all are doing it. Donald Trump is doing it. He is about to make my country, my communistic country, the superpower and the new envy of the world. And y'all fucking people, MAGA, allowed it to happen. Let me read this comment. The woke left is colossal freak show, espousing garbage nobody wants. You know who's a colossal freak show? Is Billy the Puppet, aka Laura Loomer. Erica Kirk. What the hell was Erica Kirk talking about the other day? Y'all are a colossal freak show. Y'all are a freak show. MAGA's a PDF protector. I'm going to keep saying that. Release the Epstein files. Y'all are the biggest babies of all time. Y'all are the beta cucks, just like Stephen Miller had his wife in front of him when there was an alleged assassination attempt on Donald Trump, even though the dude was on a different floor. Cole Allen. Stephen Miller walking there with... Y'all are some weirdos, too. Give me some thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if MAGA are weirdo PDF protectors. And subscribe to the channel as well. The crazy thing. Well, this is not even a crazy thing. The MAGA nuts. The MAGA nuts. They talk a good game, and when they get checked, like who was this the dude? Chud the Builder or whatever the fuck. This dude is the one of the. He goes calling black people racial epithets and everything, and then he's got pepper spray and a gun on him. That's how y'all punk asses are. Punk asses that ain't real man. Like if you're a real man and you talk that shit, why you gotta have a gun and pepper spray on your person? Because you know that's what you need to protect yourself. Because if I guarantee you, If Chud, the whatever the fuck his name is, builder, was to talk shit to a grimy dude, saying that to his face without that gun, and you know, that pepper spray in his hand, he would have got his ass mollywopped. He would have got mollywopped. Racist people, they do that racism shit with guns in their sides. You know, who's the ghetto person with the gun on their side calling people racial epithets and then saying, oh, go ahead, pull that thing out, talk your shit. Motherfucker, when I grew up, well, I'm grown anyways. When I was growing up, it was about these here. Now, you know, the coward way to go is pulling the gun out and trying to take somebody out because you're afraid of them putting their hands on you. Betty? Yeah. People, the dudes, like I said, those racist assholes that were in Cincinnati, the racist, whatever they were doing, the KKK shit, they came out of the U-Haul van, or the U-Haul truck, and then the black neighborhood came up. Them motherfuckers got back in that U-Haul truck so fast. They got back in that U-Haul truck with the quickness. Because when they started talking shit to the black people, or the black man, and the black man was like, hey, yo, hey, man, these racist ass dudes over here flying their flags on the Cincinnati highway over here with their Confederate flags and their KKK shit on. Let's go see what they're about. And them dudes, they got that truck so quick because they some bitches. That's why the fucking racists have to cover their faces. Show me who you are. Show me who you are. That's what I say. That's some pussy stuff. Excuse my language. I don't want to be vulgar on that one. That's some beta stuff right there. That's what MAGAs are. Yep. Ruger Carlson, MAGAs are racist cowards. Absolutely. Alex Haltz, Democrats created the KKK. Quiet, piggy. You ever heard of the Southern strategy? I don't know why I got to keep telling this. Taco Velez, Alex Haltz, get him out of here. Anybody that say the Democrats created the KKK, what the fuck are you thinking about it now in 2026? I wasn't in the 1950s, 1940s, and all that kind of stuff. What is going on now in 2026? Who are the KKK now? Who have Confederate flags? Who have, you know, the Yahtzee symbol and everything in their offices being covered up by a sheet? The Klansmen are the Republican Party. And if you think that that's not the case, then why is it that the Democrats are trying to fight for equality for everybody here, where the Republicans are trying to strip away rights? Mad Max, exactly. Donald Trump is the biggest DEI, and he's put DEI people in office with him. Donald Trump is the biggest DEI that for some reason idiots voted for him 3 times. Idiots voted for Trump 3 times, guys. They tried to storm a Capitol for this man. This man sent people to the Capitol with Steve Herpes Lip Bannon. Steve Herpes Lips Bannon. And where's Rudy Giuliani at? I know I'm going off on. Where's Rudy Giuliani? The dude that farted on, what's her name, and gave her COVID. I forgot her name. DEI is a product of the left. Diversity, equity, inclusion means that everybody's included. So that means that if I like you and you're a white person, you can be invited to the cookout. If I like you and you're an Asian person, you can be invited to the cookout. That's what DEI stands for. DEI stands for, you know, a person that qualifies for the position that there's always been white men to control everything. Why don't we add a little bit of salt? I mean, why don't we add a little bit of pepper in there? Why don't we add a little, smoked paprika up in there? Instead of it being a white man always at the top. Donald Trump is the DEI and Pete Hegseth is as well. That's why the military don't respect Pete Hegseth. They have to deal with the shit they have to deal with now. But they don't like Pete Hegseth. That's why you have people stepping down. Pete Hegseth is getting trolled by Iran with the Lego. America allow Israel billion-dollar corporations and politicians to divide this country? Absolutely. Kevin Kevs. But you know who else is doing it? The Marion Adelson gives money left and right to the Republican Party. Miriam Adelson is wanting that Trump Gaza. Mad Max, I like Roland Martin. So I bet you like Nick Shirley's channel, where he didn't even know what the hell malevolent was. Mad Max. Do you like Nick Shirley? Do you like Ben Shapiro? Which one do you like? Let me talk about this really quick, because this was definitely hilarious. And then I'm gonna end with that though. But yeah, hey guys, subscribe to the channel. I welcome channel members as well. Taco Velez for sure. Nick Shirley's an idiot. Nick Shirley's he wasn't exposing anything about the Somali community. But anyways, let's talk about Erica Kirk. Post in the comment section. Did you guys watch? Yeah, Roland Martin's legit. Roland Martin is very intelligent. Now, we don't have to always agree with everything that Roland Martin says. It's like, you know, we have to have our own opinions and agreement on specific things. He's not right about everything, because we're human. But Donald Trump is not right about anything. Donald Trump is a fucking liar. But yeah. Kevin Kevs, exactly. Erica Kirk, listen, did y'all see my boy Reese Waters? Shout out to Reese Waters, man. Shout out to Reese Waters. Oh my goodness. Erica Kirk she is falling like she's skydiving. This woman is crashing the hell out. Post in the comment section if y'all seen Erica Kirk's little TPUSA conversation that she was saying. She is crashing out. I think, I don't know, man. You know, evil people, they get their comeuppance. Evil people get their comeuppance. But did y'all see her? Erica Kirk is losing it. And why the fuck does she look like I was watching Amazing Lucas, and Amazing Lucas, somebody posted in the comment section that Erica Kirk, when she had on her little black freedom hat and her black, like it was just doom and gloom, said she looked like Sonya Blade from Mortal Kombat. I started cracking up. Caitlin, listen, Riley Gaines was complaining about, whenever she gave birth to her baby, the hospital bills. She was complaining about all these bills coming in. And it's like, oh, well, Donald Trump said that he was supposed to be, you know, when a woman gives birth in the hospital, it's supposed to be free. Like, she's getting these bills and shit like she doesn't have money to pay for it. You fuck around and found out Donald Trump helped you with that, because when the subsidies went away, everybody's premium shot up, including people that work on I work in healthcare insurance. Even with people not being on the subsidies where they get it from the marketplace, when they get it from the marketplace, everybody's premium shot up. Household of 3 and 4 individuals are paying $1,200 to $1,500 for their health insurance. And that's without dental and vision. But Erica Kirk is crashing out, guys. Post in the comment section if anybody saw the Erica Kirk video that she did. Turning Point USA is going the way of the dinosaurs. It's going the way of the dinosaurs, and I love it. I love that young minds are being steered away from Turning Point USA. That's the issue that we had with the younger voters, is that they were being indoctrinated by the Erica Kirks and the Candace Owens and the Tim Beanie Baby Poole and Benny the Grinder Johnson. And they were being indoctrinated by these individuals, and they're like, what the fuck? Things are not doing good. WTF? What the fuck, Joe Rogan? You're on the fence between this and that. You're not speaking truth in regards to what's going on with Donald Trump. Or you hanging on the fence where you say you don't like it at one time, but then you're sitting there in the Oval Office because you sent a message to Donald Trump about barbiturates or whatever. Joe Rogan. Fuck Joe Rogan. He's a piece of shit. This is why this is where we're at with the Aiden Ross's, what's your boy Sneeko that got, Sneeko got clotheslined. Dude tried to take Sneeko, he tried to knock Sneeko down. I don't condone violence though. Listen, I don't condone violence. Theo Von and Andrew Schultz, fuck all these dudes. This is why we are here now, where my 20-year-old son, 22-year-old son, we own our house. My son cannot go out and buy his own house right now because of how crazy the market is. But let me back up. Please. Let me back up. Erica Kirk, Turning Point USA, and all these individuals that are getting their wake-up call, they are fucking crazy. Like Erica Kirk, what Drewski did was class act. Like Drewski did this in a way that hit the chords of every beta cuck crying ass baby. Because Drewski didn't even say Erica Kirk. He just said white Christian women. And Erica Kirk and everybody went crazy over what Drewski did. Oh, she's crashing. She is not mentally doing good. A lot of these individuals need to speak to a psychologist, a psychiatrist. They need some help. And that's a lot of MAGA. MAGA needs help. They need a deprogramming. They need a deprogramming because they know that Donald Trump is doing so much damage to the economy that he's losing voters from across all ages and all races. Besides those racist MAGA individuals who, they just racist. They don't mind to suffer just because they want to see black and brown and Hispanic and Latino people suffer and women suffer. They don't mind for women to suffer, but they got another thing coming because black people made it out of slavery. Black people made it out of Jim Crow. Black people made it out of Plessy versus Ferguson. We stood up for everybody, and we're still going to be doing it here. We are going to get past this time frame, guys. We are going to get past this time frame, and Donald Trump is going to go into the history books as one of the most divisive, and the Trump administration and the Supreme Court justices that made the decision to allow Louisiana and all the red states who are very poor. These red states are very poor. Going to go down in history as the worst. And black people are going to come out on top. Hispanic people are going to come out on top. And the young minds that are going to shun and get away from their racist family are going to come on top as well, because we're going to get through this. We are going to get through this. And MAGA is going to continue to keep falling. MAGA is going to continue to keep falling. You can see that with Erica Kirk. You can see that with the fighting with, you can see that with Alex Jones. Shout out to The Onion, by the way. You see, we are starting to see the crumbling of MAGA with Caitlyn Jenner. We are starting to see the crumbling of MAGA, but they will not say it's Trump's fault. There's only a few that will say it's Trump's fault. Only the few will say it's Trump's fault. But we're going to get out of this. I'm going to wrap it up. I think I've been talking for long enough, and I definitely appreciate everyone staying on the channel and hanging with me. And I just got one more thing to say to MAGA. Why y'all keep moving the goalposts on the Epstein files? Why aren't y'all holding Donald Trump accountable like us progressives? Us Democrats and us liberals are saying we don't give a damn on who is in the Epstein files. We want everybody held accountable. Why aren't y'all doing that? Why are y'all not holding Trump accountable for his promise on no new wars? Because y'all are fucking bitches. Y'all are pieces of shit. Y'all don't care about humanity. Y'all don't care about America. I am American. Y'all that are celebrating Donald Trump are un-American. I am the true patriot here. Those that have subscribed to my channel are the true patriots. Those that support the channel are the true patriots. Y'all fuckers that get paid by Bibi Netanyahu, who continue to push the right-wing war is good talking points, are a bunch of bitches, and y'all allowing money to destroy this country. Y'all are allowing money from Israel. It's not real to destroy this country. A woman has a right to choose what they want to do with their bodies. Hell, a lot of the Republican parties out here on Grindr and have wives at home. A lot of the male Republicans are on Grindr and have wives at home. So fuck y'all. A woman has a right to choose. And we're not going to go back either. Name calling meltdown from... Yeah, fuck you. Quiet, piggy. Quiet, piggy. Keep moving the goalposts, MAGA, while gas prices keep going up. Anyways, become a channel member. Subscribe to the channel. Guess what? MAGA's premiums went up, or they don't have health insurance now, and they got to go see their gastroenterologist. And they can't pay. They can't afford it. Blame Trump. Finally come out and blame Trump. Anyways, thank you guys for hanging with me. Love you too, Pat Bundy. Hey, listen, if you care about democracy, you hate how this country is going, love you. But if you like everything that's going on, I don't love you. I'm sorry. Nope, I don't love you. MAGA, you're not coming on my side. Anybody that breaks from MAGA, I don't welcome you. You stay on your side. You can hate Trump just as much as I hate Trump, but you voting for Trump is something that I don't need. You're not invited to the party. You just make sure you go to the midterms and you vote out all these Republicans, guys. Vote out every single Republicans. Black Lives Matter, baby. Black Lives Matter. Look at this. You see this? Boom. Vote out racism, because gas is going to be $6 come July. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for hanging with me. I love all those that care about humanity. So I give you this. Anybody that's a MAGA right now in here commenting some nonsense, that's for y'all. Release the Epstein files.